Hello everybody, Tim Crane here. Today I'm going to tell you about another deal that I did. It was the second school building that I ever purchased. The first one was in Grafton, West Virginia. This one was in Bushnell, Nebraska. When I did this deal, I had already moved to Tennessee. I think it was around 2007 or so. And I was sitting in here looking on eBay, and I came across this school building. And because I had already bought and sold a school building in the past, I would now kind of had an eye out for them. And so I found this one on eBay. It was in Bushnell, Nebraska. And it was like a 28,000 square foot building. And it had 3.5 acres of land with it. I believe that's what it was. And the guy had about 10 pictures of the building on eBay, and he wrote maybe about a paragraph long ad. And it wasn't a very well written ad. And so he didn't also include some of these great pics that I got here. And so what I did was I won the bid on it. I followed it for about 3 days, and I won the bid on it. And I believe the high bid was $27,877. And so I won the bid. I called the guy up and I said, hey, listen, I'm going to give you $1,000 down. We're going to do a contract. I'm going to take it to the attorney there in town, have him do title insurance, and I'm going to buy the property from you. And he said, sure, that's no problem. I said, here, I PayPal'd him $1,000, done. I had sent him the email. He, with the contract, he signed it, sent it back. I had a contract on it. I sent it to the attorney the next day, and we got him started, and he said it would be about a week before we could close on it. So I called the guy up, and again, after we did all this, and I said, hey, listen, do you live near the property? And he said, yes. He said, I live about 12 miles away. And so in that aspect, I kind of got lucky. So I asked him, I said, hey, man, will you go back over there to the property? I said, I only got 10 pictures of the property that you put on eBay. I said, will you go take me about 200 pictures? I said, man, there's a lot of rooms and a lot of stuff in that building. Just go take pictures of everything, man. I said, I want to see everything. Good, bad, ugly, everything you can show me, just take pictures of it. He said, okay, no problem. So he went over there, and the next day he came back and emailed me a bunch of pictures. And so after I got the pictures and looked at them real good, I said, hey, listen, I'm going to turn around and put this thing back on the market. I said, I'm going to turn around and put it right back on eBay, and I'm going to try and sell it. And he said, well, why do you think you're going to make money doing that? And I said, well, I think I can advertise it a little bit better than you did. I think I can write a little bit better ad. I said, I'm not saying anything about you, but I said, I just think I can do a better job. I can pay. There's some features that eBay offers, like their homepage feature and a few other things that you can pay for and get extra advertising out of your item that he wasn't paying for. And so I felt that if I paid for it and advertised this property better, I would get a higher price. And so here's what I did. I told him I was going to do that. He said, no problem. I said, we're already set to close in a week. I said, I'm going to go ahead and put it on eBay. So I did. I went ahead and ran it on eBay. I ran an auction for 30 days. And I started the bidding at $1 with no reserve. And I ran the auction for 30 days. And it got down to the last day. And I was sweating a little bit. About 6 hours before the end of the auction, it had reached $30,000. And so I was like, okay, well, we're in the clear already. We're not very much in the clear, but we're in the clear. And I'm, going to make a little bit anyway, maybe enough to pay my closing costs. And so we followed it along a little bit more, got down to the last hour. It got a little bid, went up to like 32. And then in the last 5 seconds, it jumped up to $45,000. And so, called the guy, the high bidder called me immediately, sent me payment. We closed it. Actually, I didn't do a dual closing. It was about 3 weeks after I had closed. But of course, I kept in contact with the same attorney that I purchased it through and just told him to keep the paperwork warm because I was selling it on the other end. And so he did. And when I had the buyer ready to close, I just told the attorney, gave him the guy's name. He would set it to close, and we closed it like in 3 days. And so I was able to flip this property, this school building, and make. I think I profited 17,000 bucks. I bought it for 28,000 and sold it for 45,000 roughly. And I basically never left my house. I never left my computer. That's how I did this whole deal. Kind of virtually flipped it, I guess, if you want to call it. Which I've done a lot of properties like that, but this one was a bigger one, and when I tell people about it, it kind of throws them off. That takes a little bit of risk to do something like that, but if you have confidence in your ability and you know what you're looking at. I mean, you kind of know what you're looking at. Look at this building. That's crazy. To even think that you can buy a building like this for 28,000 bucks. I mean, some of the shacks around here that I, see that are 30,000 bucks, or they're way worse than this. And of course, Bushnell, Nebraska doesn't have a very high population to support. So a big building like this can go unnoticed because there's not a lot of advertising out in Bushnell, Nebraska. But eBay brought the advertising to it. So that's where I used that tool, which was eBay at the time, to buy and sell this property, actually. So that was the second school building I did, and my virtual flip, one of my virtual flips that I did, where I made 17,000 bucks. Thanks for watching my videos, and keep looking for more. Thanks.